This variable geometry wing fighter bomber had a long career in the Soviet Union since its introduction in 1970. The Sukhoi Su-17, as well as its export versions, the Su-20 and the Su-22, has been operated by many other air forces. From Warsaw Pact, Arab countries Angola and Peru, more than 2,860 aircraft of all its variants were built, and it's the aircraft we're going to see in a new video of the Aeropedia from Mundo de Aviación. Shortly after the Su-7 fighter-bomber entered service, the Sukhoi Design Bureau was ordered to develop a deep modernization program for that aircraft. At the beginning of the 60s, even though the Su-7 had a robust structure and good speed at low altitude compared to other options, it had serious problems such as a short range and the need for high speeds for takeoff and landing, which forced it to use very long runways. For the upgrade of this new aircraft, the concept of variable geometry wings was adopted, something that was gaining more attention at that time, and a prototype called Su-17 was created, which had fixed internal parts of the wing with movable external segments that could change their angle. Flight tests revealed that the new configuration improved both the takeoff and landing characteristics as well as the range and endurance of the aircraft. The design of the Su-7G was modified even further, eventually with enough difference to justify the internal designation of the prototype. AS-32, which flew for the first time on July 1, 1969. Two pre-production prototypes were built and the first production model was the Su-17M with a jet engine and more advanced avionics. And it also had an extra tank in the fuselage to carry more fuel and extend its range at that time. A modified, simpler version was also created, as usual, for export to other countries. Designated as Su-20, the Su-17 was powered by a Lyulka AL 7-phone engine modified with improved thrust in the afterburner compared to the Su-7 since it was the same engine. Later, Sukhoi continued designing and building a long list of main variants. The Soviet versions would continue to be called Su-17, while the more modern export equivalents received the new name Su-22. Around 3,000 units of the Su-17 and derivatives were manufactured between '66 and the end of their production in 1991, with a total of 2,867 units produced. It is a single-engine design with variable geometry wings. It has a maximum takeoff weight of 16 tons and a combat range of 1,150 kilometers with internal fuel tanks. Its maximum speed is 1,860 kilometers per hour, and it has 10 hardpoints to carry up to 4,000 kilograms of weaponry. And it also has an internal 30mm cannon with 80 rounds. The aircraft has 3 independent hydraulic systems, 1 actuation system, and 2 booster systems, each with its own hydraulic pump. The actuation hydraulic system was responsible for adjusting the sweep of the wings, deploying and retracting the landing gear, the flaps, the slats, adjusting the intake ramps, and moving the flight control mechanisms used by the autopilot. The wing sweep angle can be set between 30 degrees and 63 degrees. The Soviets made extensive use of the Su-17 during the war in Afghanistan, which began in 1978. But here, Avionics failures were common due to the high temperatures and the presence of sand that damaged the electronics. The Su-17 from the first production series were then replaced by the modified versions Su-17-3 and M4 with better capabilities for these scenarios. Despite its durability and payload, the aircraft proved to be poorly suited for combat in mountainous terrain. Due to the high attack speeds, low maneuverability, and the need to stay out of range of anti-aircraft artillery because of the lack of armored protection which the Su-25 did have. The Su-17, M3 and M4. It was used during the First Chechen War, along with the Su-24 and Su-25 in reconnaissance and ground attack missions. We have a video about the last two planes on our channel. I'll link it in the top right for you to watch later. They were also present in conflicts such as Libya in 81, Angola in 82, in Iraq in 80 and in 91 in Syria, Yemen and the Cenipa conflict in 1995. These were used by Peru, which was the only country in Ibero-America to acquire them when it made the purchase. 36 Su-22s and then 16 more Su-22M aircraft. They were the first variable geometry wing planes in South America. Currently, several countries still use it, such as Angola, Iran, Libya, Poland, Syria, Vietnam and Yemen, but it has been in service in more than 30 countries. The Russian Air Force retired its last Su-17M4S along with the fleet of MiG-23S and MiG-27S in 1998. Hope you liked it. See you in the next Aeropedia of the World of Aviation video.